Good evening. Welcome to Busking Down the House. My name's Jim Lomonaco. About to play some bass for you, sing a couple of songs on this fine Saturday evening. After me later we got Jim Loughlin and Stick Martin coming up later. For now I got some slap bass I want to play for you. Try something a bit different. Perspective is everything. Feelings motivate behavior. Fashion something new, something new. It takes on different shapes, imagines itself in different ways. Your eyes just glide right over it. How can anyone know the best? Know the best? They sure don't make 'em like they used to. They sure don't make 'em like they used to. They sure don't make 'em like they used to. And they sure don't make 'em like they used to. It starts to cheapen perception, family tradition, nationalism. Pick up the pieces of what's still working. The future is untested, is untested. They sure don't make 'em like they used to. They sure don't make 'em like they used to. They sure don't make 'em like they used to. cheating perception. Interest hang in the balance. Just don't ask that question at all. The menu might entice you, might entice you. And they sure don't make 'em like they used to. They sure don't make 'em like they used to. They sure don't make 'em like they used to. They sure don't make 'em like they used to. So that's the rhythm bot on the drums. My name's Jim Lomonaco. Thanks for tuning in. That song, original song called Make 'Em Like, written by yours truly. My band Honker plays that song. I sure do miss playing with bands and stuff like that, but I'm also real thankful to Colin and James and Casey and everybody at Busking Down the House for making this happen, and I'm real happy, thanks to you guys for tuning in, and well, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. This is only my second time doing some busking. I got a collection of basses right here by my side. I'm gonna do a couple of different things, but let's keep the slap stuff going on for a while. This is another original song called Uplifter. Nobody gonna stop us now. Nobody gonna slow us down. 'Cause we're gonna fly higher and higher, drifting free above paradise. We're gonna rise where the eagle flies, where majestic mountains meet the great blue skies. We're gonna fly to the ocean side, where the weather's fine and where the sun shines all the time. Breaking loose, sailing smooth. We anchor and we're cruising on. There's nothing that can tie us down. 'Cause we're gonna fly higher and higher, drifting free above paradise. We're gonna rise where the eagle flies, where majestic mountains meet the great blue skies. We're gonna fly to the ocean side, where the weather's fine and where the sun shines all the time. nobody gonna stop us now. Nobody gonna slow us down. We're caught and loose and then we're floating free to anywhere we need to be. 'Cause we're gonna fly higher and higher, drifting free up our paradise. We're gonna rise where the eagle flies, where majestic mountains meet the great blue skies. We're gonna fly to the ocean side, where the weather's fine and where the sun shines all the time. That's Uplifter. Another original song my band Honker plays all the time, up until approximately March. And it's been a while, so I'm glad you guys are listening. It's been a while since I played some of these songs. What I do is, and please subscribe to my YouTube. It's in the description of this. Please subscribe to my YouTube because I do a morning show. So my response to the whole quarantine business, you know, I had so many friends doing live streams in the evening and stuff, and I had kind of too many things going on, and plus my downstairs neighbor kind of hates music, and I gotta like move all my shit in. I'm here in my bedroom right now because my downstairs neighbor would be banging on the fucking ceiling if I was up front, right? So first I had other friends doing stuff in the evening. I had stuff going on in the evening. My neighbor's not cool in the evening, and I thought, well, what if I do a morning show where I don't necessarily sing anything, and instead I just do this improvised thing on my fretless bass, and I talk a little bit. It's fun just kind of chatting in the morning, you know. I just speak shit off the top of my head. Sometimes I embarrass myself. Sometimes I say stupid things. That's a good reason for you to subscribe. You never know. Subscribe to my YouTube. Maybe you'll see me make a complete fool of myself. But you'll also hear what I hope is some real good fretless bass music. So why don't we take a quick moment, and since I know I'm getting some new people that never seen my morning show here, I'm gonna take you through the way that show goes. It's called Morning Meds because the original concept was that it's a little bit meditative, it's a little bit medicine. And Morning Meds has a nice flow. I almost called it Daily Meds, but I did not want to get into having to do something every single day. Even though I try to do it every weekday, but you never know. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes I can't bring the good vibes, or sometimes I do have to actually show up to work. See, I work, 8 to 4:30, but I work from home now. So my little shtick is that during that 20 minutes that I would have been driving to work, I will now share some music with some friends and be grateful for the fact I can do it. So we offer a little bit of thanks and gratitude, a little bit of fretless bass music. So I got a whole like opening sequence that has a song that I wrote called Quarantine Valentine as the theme song, right? So I'm gonna play that for you it's about a minute long. You're gonna see my opening sequence. And then I'm going to roll through just a little bit of what the Morning Med show would be like. So here we go with that. All right. Don't care if you got a cold. If you got leprosy, that's cool with me. I don't care if you got corona, SARS or the flu. I wanna get quarantined with you. Well, there's a sickness in the air, but I'm immune. 'Cause I spent a long, long time being sick of you. Sick of you on my mind, wonder what you're doing all the time. Sick of the way I lose control. know from gazing in your eyes. Well, tonight we won't be going out for dinner. We can cancel that trip to Peru. Let's find a cozy place to go be sinners. 'Cause I wanna be in quarantine with you. Let's find a cozy place to secure the future of the human race. I wanna be quarantined with you. And for fast-acting 24-hour relief of helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness, heartbreak, cabin fever, stir craziness, or just plain what the fuckery, it's your morning meds. Ask your doctor if morning meds is right for you. Keep your head and arms inside the morning meds at all times. Please make sure the morning meds has come to a complete stop before exiting. And stand clear to closing doors. Good morning. What's going on? What's up in your world? How y'all doing? Since it's not actually the morning, I'll say, how was your Saturday been? I hope you've done some cool shit today. I myself did a little hiking. Did a little, I actually did a little roller skating today, so that was fucking fun. How often do you do that? That was awesome. A little skating, a little hiking, and did a lot of preparing for this show, as a matter of fact, because I don't, I do the morning show all the time, but the singing and playing, man, I'm a little rusty. So here's hoping I might start busking down the house on more of a weekly basis. We'll see. There's some talks about that, so we'll see what happens. But I'm glad to be here now, anyways. And so on the morning meds, we just offer just a little bit of thanks, a little bit of gratitude. I know the world is sick and fucked, but we forget about all that right here. You know why? Because the morning meds. Oh, wait. Wrong click. Because the morning meds, it's a good vibe zone. It's a good vibe zone in the morning meds. We have a little fun. So the morning meds is a good vibe zone. And we give just a little bit of thanks and gratitude for the things that are going well. There's always something. You know, I'm thankful I can share some music with you guys right now. And so what I do on the morning meds is I attempt to put my ego out of the way. I let the spirit of creativity guide my hand as I play this improvised piece of music on this fretless bass, where each time I create a soundscape, I take a journey through that soundscape, and each time I do it, I try to make it more interesting, more compelling, more beautiful. And so let's just give a listen then to what the spirit of creativity has in store for us today. Here we go. You feel any better? I know I do. That's pretty much what I do every morning, 7:40 a.m. Please subscribe to my YouTube and share my little morning show with me. That's it, folks. That's the highlight of this show, because I do that every day. I hope it came out good. Felt good to me. I do that every day. I feel really good about doing that. That was a lot of fun. I hope it sounded all right to you. That's the morning meds. That's how I do. So, moving forward, I'm going to stick with the fretless bass for a minute and do a couple of pieces. I got to tune back up. Y'all coping with fascism all right? No, I'm just kidding. Y'all coping with this crazy world we living in all right? I hope so. I mostly just try to forget about all that stuff and just worry about my local close friends and family. I try to play goalie against what's going on in the world and try to maintain good vibes by just not paying too close attention, because I know what I'm gonna hear if I go looking and reading and scrolling. So I just avoid all that. I hope you do. I don't know. I hope you're figuring out a way to stay in a good mood anyways. Stay healthy out there, you know. Wine helps to a certain extent. Don't go crazy, but I joined me a little wine club during quarantine here because they'll deliver it. So that's pretty cool. But let's see, moving on. Here's Jocko's version of America. This one. Wait, hold on. You know how good that was? Pretend I just hit the last note. Remember applause? Remember applause and cheering? Remember laughter? Those were the days. Remember hugs? Now let me ask you this about hugs, all right? Because I was thinking about this. If quarantine, if coronavirus was just over, not over, but just didn't exist, and tomorrow, it just as if it didn't exist, would you go back to hugging as much as you did before, or is it possible? I believe I have been over hugging. I believe I may have been over hugging. And that things are maybe a little bit back in balance. Now, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I love hugs. Don't get me wrong. All right, but that neighbor that I hardly knew very well from 30 years ago that I ran into at the baseball game maybe didn't need a hug. Maybe that was a little awkward. maybe, maybe, maybe he's still thinking about what the fuck. So, I may have been overhugging. Anyways, this song is sticking with instrumental stuff for just a second. This one's off of Yolk's first or second record, little bass piece I did. And then I shouldn't even. Nah, this story's not worth telling. So I'm just gonna play the music. All right, here it goes. So there's Hemlock. I kind of meant to do that on. I got this fretless acoustic sitting here. I kind of meant to do that on that, but we'll see what happens. Maybe that gets pulled out in a minute. At the moment, I got this. I think, geez, so far, pretty much all been original music. This one you might recognize. and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in a world of my creation. What you'll see will defy explanation. So if you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it, wanna change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no world I know that compares with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. So if you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it, wanna change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no world I know that compares with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. So that song's by Roald Dahl, Gene Wilder. I actually don't know who wrote or arranged that song for the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but it's beautiful and I hope you like it. It translates perfectly to harmonics on a bass, so had to do it, and it's a great song, right? So all right, coming up later, my friend Jim Loughlin, who I would, man, you know, if this was a real show, if this was a real live show, and it was me and then Loughlin and then Stick, oh my God, because those guys would be sitting backstage and I'd be getting juice from them, you know, and goodness knows I would probably jam with each of them, and man, I just miss live shows, so I know y'all do. I know we all do. That's why we're thankful to everybody who puts together Busking Down the House, and thankful that we can at least share some music a little bit, one way or another. So, I don't know. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. I'm going to do one more on this bass, and then I might bring out that fretless acoustic for a second. So let's see what... Because It's the Future sounds like. This is the original one. This one, oh, speaking of Loughlin, and speaking of Stick, actually, Stick Martin, I played bass on his, like, first and second record or something like that. I knew Stick 1,000 years ago before he moved to Florida and everything, and he brought me down, and I played on his record, and I feel like I might have done two, but I'm not sure. But that was an awesome experience. I love Stick Martin, so stick around and see him. And then speaking of records, and the song I'm about to play, which is called Because It's the Future, which my band Honker does, but I sent some tracks to Loughlin during quarantine here, and he sent them back with amazing marimba and vibraphone, and he even did a guitar solo on this one. So if this was a real show, a real live show, I'd be like, please welcome to the stage, joining me. But you'll just have to imagine there's some marimba in this one. This one's called Because It's the Future. Marching in a straight line, coming for you. They're gonna make you think, make you do what they want you to. 50 times a day, reading over every word you ever said. And the skies have eyes and face and guys to smear you, disappear you. Inject a microchip in your head, 'cause it's the future. 'Cause it's the future. Because 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 it's the future. It's not enough to land a white collar in jail. The legislation only favors corporations. The banks are still too big to fail. 50,000 miles of infrastructure broken down, crumbling and cracked. Indefinite detention. The Nazis walk among us and the U.S. troops are still in Iraq. And too many of them ain't coming back. Because it's the future. 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 The future. What will you do when it's your time to stand up? What will you do when it's your time to face the music? eagles ready to fly. The occupation, generation, fear and war and torture, sponsored by the best leaders money can buy. Because it's the future. 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 Yeah. So that's a song about the future, but I wrote it a long time ago, so I don't know. Maybe it's about the present. What do you think about the present? Me too. You know, I try to have a little fun. All these little gadgets I'm clicking on are because the morning meds, because of the morning meds. That's a good vibe zone. That's a good vibe zone brought to you by Morning Meds. Thank you very much. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel and join me most weekday mornings at 7:40 a.m. for the Morning Meds. Right now, I think I'm gonna switch it up and grab this acoustic bass and do a couple on that. See what happens here. I got at least one Tom Waits one. I worked on a Tom Waits one that I've never done before, and I don't know if I'm gonna get to it. It's gonna definitely be a train wreck, but I gotta train wreck it for somebody, so it might as well be you guys. I don't know. We'll see. Let me switch basses here. Here's hoping this stream is working at all. On my end, it looks like it's going good. I'm not looking at Facebook or anything. I can't even see if anybody's watching. I can't see anybody's comments, nothing like that, which in a way is good, because if no one was watching, I wouldn't want to know that. So I'd rather just pretend like there are thousands of you. So that in my mind, I'm playing for, I don't know, at least a few thousand right now. So I'd like to thank all of you, but especially the fine folks that put together Busking Down the House. That hopefully put me in front of a couple people that maybe wouldn't have normally seen me. So hello, my name's Jim. I play the bass. I used to play in Yolk, if Yolk was still a thing, I'd still play in Yolk. So if anybody remembers that from way back when, we used to have a good time with our buddies in Mo, and then Jim was our drummer for a while, and then he went back to those guys, and then we stopped doing stuff. But that's me, and now I'm in a band called Honker, where we get pretty funky. We do some long jams and things like this, some guitar solos, and Honker is my favorite band, besides my other band, Caviar Grits, where we do like soul R&B stuff. This girl, Michaela, her voice is amazing and writes great songs. Both of these bands are original acts, and so those are my two current projects, Honker and Caviar Grits. So look us up, subscribe, follow, whatever you can do. Much obliged. So let's see. All right, coming up on 9. So I'm gonna do. Here's this Tom. This isn't the new Tom Waits, but it's a good one. The sky holds all our wishes. The dish ran away with the spoon. Chimney smoke ties the roofs to the sky. There's a hole overhead. It's only the moon. Will there ever be a tree that's grown from the seeds I've sown? For life is a path lit only by the light of those I've loved. The light of those I've loved. Will there ever be a tree grown from the seeds I've sown? For life is a path lit only by the light of those I've loved. The light of those I've loved. All right, so that's the time, and I'm gonna do the quarantine song. That's the theme song for Morning Meds, because that's a quickie, and then I got another original to close it off with and get on the gym. So here's a. I don't care if you got a cold, dig it. If you got leprosy, that's cool with me. I don't care if you got corona, SARS, or the flu. I wanna get quarantined with you. Well, there's a sickness in the air, but I'm immune. 'Cause I spent a long, long time being sick of you. Sick of you on my mind, wonder what you're doing all the time. Sick of the way I lose control from gazing in your eyes. Well, tonight we won't be going out for dinner. We can cancel that trip to Peru. Let's find a cozy place to go and be sinners, honey. 'Cause I wanna be quarantined with you. Let's find a cozy place to secure the future of the human race. I wanna be quarantined with you. Let's find a cozy place to secure the future of the human race. I wanna be quarantined with you. All right, so that's Quarantine Valentine, available on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Amazon, Napster, probably some other ones that I'm not aware of, but it's out there, man. It's called Quarantine Valentine. This last one is an original song called Dirty Gertie. It's a little bit of a swing tune, and I hope you like it. After this, we got Lachlan. After that, we got Stick Martin. You're in for a great Saturday. So this one's called Dirty Gertie. My name's Jim Lomonaco. Thanks so much for listening to me. Thanks again for busting down the house. James and Casey and Colin and anybody else that has anything to do with it, y'all are great. Thank you. So here goes. She rode up to meet me in a decked out Continental. I said, damn, baby girl. She said it was her sister's car. We rode downtown, said it's gonna be monumental. 'Cause she was out for revenge and she was probably gonna go too far. She could light up a room with the smell of her perfume. And she was out for a fight, and she was feisty tonight, and she was gonna be somebody's doom. So back in the bar, they're shooting guns and sipping whiskey. They were playing cards and everybody was out of control. She rolled her down and said, baby, I'm feeling frisky. She said, what does it take to get a little bubbly in this watering hole? Well, they had cheap champagne on ice, and she had already asked him nice. So she was starting to stew, that's when the fisticuffs flew, 'cause she wasn't gonna ask him twice. She was down and dirty Gertie, better known as Rude Gertrude, always causing trouble, a fighting feud. But she was crude, unglued, and in a bad, bad mood. She was crude, unglued, and in a bad, bad mood. Here we go. So back in the alleyway, the onslaught was relentless, 'cause there was punches flying and some fluids and a few choice words. 'Cause everybody knows Gertie eats chums like this for breakfast. And when she left him crying, she said, in case you hadn't heard. So if you're messing around with Gert, you're gonna find yourself kissing the dirt. You'll be getting harassed and take a foot to the ass, and you'll be going home broken and hurt. She was down and dirty Gertie, better known as Rude Gertrude, always causing trouble, a fighting feud. She was crude, unglued, and in a bad, bad mood. She was crude, unglued, and in a bad, bad mood. She was dirty Gertie. All right, it's 9 o'clock. Lachlan's coming up. I'm gonna end the stream. Much love, y'all. Much love, y'all. We'll see you.